So welcome, I'm Leah McIntosh. Welcome to week number 6 of our Superstar Speaker and Business Mastermind. So I'm so glad you're here today. Today, our topic is going to be live events. So if you can hear me and see me, go ahead and type in the chat. If you haven't done that, hello to everyone that's coming in today for this mastermind call. Again, we've been on quite a journey. So I want to congratulate everyone because you've made it to week number 6. How amazing is that? We've taken a journey. We started with week 1 with your OMG, which is your one major goal. We then transitioned to your story, your message, and we focused on your blueprint. We focused on your money mindset, your presence on the stage. So we've covered lots of topics and each builds on each other. So today we're going to end this 6-week course with a focus on live events. Each one of you, no matter what your business topic is or your ministry, your organization, I want to encourage you to host a live event sometime over the next several months. Okay, and we'll talk about exactly what that means for your homework today. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and go ahead and jump into our opening. So welcome everyone, and we're glad you're here. So as we always do, I am going to go ahead and open up our presentation here. So bear with me just one moment. I want to remind you that this mastermind, everything that we do, everything that we focus on is for you to be able to also to replicate. Okay, so that is really important. So I'm going to go ahead and let me emphasize this until we get our PowerPoint up. This is not just about learning information and writing it in your journal. This is about being able to replicate what you're learning so that you can then go and share it with other people. Okay? So I want to be really clear that that is our goal, for you to be able to model what we're doing in this mastermind. So welcome to all those who are here. So again, let me go ahead and share our screen. And if you can see that on the screen, just go ahead and type yes in the chat. Welcome to those that are here. So let me remind you that this is our Superstar Speaker Mastermind Coaching. And let's go ahead and recite our opening affirmation together. Wonderful. Ready and go. In this room is the power to change the world. In me is the power to change the world. If I'm going to change the world, I need a world of change in me. Change comes naturally, but it can also come intentionally. Through the power of goal setting and community, I can achieve anything I put my mind to. Everything is possible to the extent I believe it is. I want to dream wide awake as much as I do asleep. And through focused action, we can do it. 30 days, one day, one moment at a time. So I am glad you're here today. What I want to remind you of is we've been through 6 weeks of coaching, all designed for you to lift your voice, tell your message, and change the world. So why are you a part of this mastermind? Here are the benefits, the reasons. We've gained collective wisdom together. And we've also, through this wisdom, we can release the need to know it all because we've got a group together where we can figure it out. We give each other accountability and we create community together to accelerate our success. As you know, this In-N-Out burger menu sign looks very limited with just a few burgers and fries and drinks. But when we together begin to see that there are multiple ways to build businesses and organizations and ways to layer things and put them together, wow, the opportunity is amazing. It is really endless what we can do with the ingredients we already have. So in this mastermind, we all begin at a place where we know that there are options out there and they are available. We know it's possible, but we don't believe that we can necessarily access the options that are out there. But in the mastermind, we begin to realize that the possibilities are infinite. But we still, in the beginning, can't conceive that we can access it for ourselves. What happens in this mastermind is that what we know is available to us and that we can access begins to expand. What's possible begins to expand. We realize that the possibilities for each of us, not just someone else out there, is accessible, that our possibilities are infinite. So that's why we gather together. We, in this mastermind, we begin to think new thoughts, new possibilities, and then we can believe that we can be, do, and have anything. So why do I every week encourage you to lead a mastermind group? Because it forces us to step up our game, to be accountable, to know we're not alone, to become a better leader and listener when we lead a group. So as we end this 6-week course, I want to encourage you to launch your own course. Mastermind, group coaching, whatever you call it, this is a big opportunity. This is the moment for you to launch your group. So how do you structure it? A leader, goals, members, coaching. You may do it every week or at a retreat or an event, and there is an investment. So always remember, those are your ingredients. And we'll talk more about how you do that in a live setting today. So who is this for? When you begin to think about who would I invite to my group, to my event, to my coaching, you want to look for those people who are ready and willing to recognize their limited thinking and ask for help and feedback. People who are ready to invest in themselves, to support and contribute to others and do the work, not all by themselves, but together. People who are ready to break free of the limiting beliefs, like I just got to work hard, or I have to do it all myself. We're ready to break free from those old paradigms. And we do that using our mastermind map. So imagine you've got 12 months to work towards your OMG. 1 month at a time, we tackle topic after topic after topic. You can also do this by week, which is what we've been doing, tackling topic after topic after topic each week. When we look at a month, we have created a rhythm of every Friday being together over the lunch hour, to checking off your goals throughout the week and doing your homework, and then having a coaching call with me sometime during the month. And notice that at the end of the month, you can achieve your 30-day goal. So if you've got a big OMG, you break that down into what can I do this month? What can I do today? Because that will then add up to a year-long journey together, knocking down those dominoes one at a time. So what I want to tell you is that although this 6 weeks of coaching is ending, I want to continue to work with you in our monthly coaching calls. Some of you all are on a monthly membership plan, so we're going to keep going. Others will end after today, but what I want to tell you is that you don't have to stop. I want to keep supporting you in your monthly 30-day success cycle, okay? So this is the journey we've been on. So let me come back on screen here. And I want to say welcome to everyone who has joined us. Go ahead and type in the chat and just say welcome to the group today. You all have been an amazing group. And so today we are going to end our 6 weeks together with a really exciting topic. Now, before we jump into our topic today, which is all about live events, I want to help you get prepared to master and maximize your next live event. Before we do that, I want to go back to our homework, because our homework from last week was all about your money mindset and your stage presence. So you were supposed to be practicing that. So I want to hear some feedback on what you learned about yourself, your money mindset, as you did your homework, and or your presence. So I want to invite you to type in the chat as you are able, and go ahead and give feedback to others in the group. I know many of you all have been working diligently on your homework, your blueprints, your messaging. So I know you've been working, so welcome to everyone. Tell me, what are you taking away from your homework? And this is where accountability is really important, because I want you to build on each step. So we'll take a pause there, and as you are able to type, go ahead and do that. Part of what I have pulled up on my other screen here is our worksheet from each week. Each week we've been going over our worksheets, and your money story was last week. Some of the key things we focused on in your money story was the step-by-step remaking of our thought patterns. Because remember, we talked about our thoughts create emotions. Our emotions create actions. Our actions create outcomes. So if we want to change the outcomes we're getting, not only do we want to work diligently at it, we also want to change our mindset that leads to us repeating those actions over and over again. Okay, so that's part of what we were doing, is remaking our money mindset. So what I want to hear back from you is, what did you discover about yourself over the last week? Okay, so we're just going to pause a moment so you have time to type. Okay. One of the things I often hear in our money beliefs is that we shouldn't desire to have money. That may be one of those money stories that you've been taught. And remember, last week we broke down that myth and acknowledged that money is simply a resource. Money is not negative or positive, it's neutral. The way we use money is what really matters. Our motivation behind having money is what matters. If it's only about us, that leads us down a path of selfishness. But when it's about not only having what we need, but also being able to help others and empower them, money becomes a powerful tool. So Jessica writes, my thought processes are more positive about money in the future. So that is wonderful. That is my hope, that the way we think about money and our relationship with money is healthier because of this coaching. I want you to be able to claim the amount of money that you want to access. If that's $1,000, $100,000, $1 million, we have got to be able to name that and also claim what we want to do with that and the impact we want to have with that. Michelle writes, I had to rethink my thought processes on money and ministry and realize to have an effective ministry, money is needed to do kingdom work. Yes, money is needed to do the work we're called to do. If we are always worried about the money to support the mission, it is always going to be smaller than it could be. Here's what I want us to remember. When we have an abundant mindset, we attract abundance to us. If we are focused on the scarcity of what we don't have, we're going to cultivate scarcity. Jennifer writes, I made my money mantra sticky notes to read every day. My daughter reads them with me, and I believe that not only am I changing my mindset, I'm creating healthier money mindsets for my children. Yes, we want them to begin having a healthy relationship with money. Wonderful. And Rosemary wrote, I discovered that change isn't hard once I make up my mind. I changed my desire and expectation from just thanking God for enough to thanking God for more than enough. Yes. And already I'm having more than enough and saving. Yes. Yay! I am celebrating with everyone. That's exactly what we want. When our thoughts about money change, our relationship with money and our prayers begin to change, our affirmations begin to change, and we open up a floodgate of abundance. Yes. So one of the reminders really practically is to have a separate bank account for your business. And I know many of you already do. So you want to set a goal of the amount of money you want to have in terms of income. You want to be able to control your expenses so you have profit to reinvest back in your business and into other people. Okay, so those are just some of the practical. Once your mindset shifts, you can take powerful action. Great. So good job, everyone. Continue to work on your money mindset. So today, let's go ahead and jump into our teaching. So there are 2 handouts that you got via email, so go ahead and open those up. The first handout we are going to focus on today is the handout that's titled Your Live Event, the ultimate live event success map. I have used this success map for multiple live events that I've hosted. Most recently, some of you all were at the Superstar Speaker Training, and these are some of the principles that I used for that training. So I'm going to share my screen and open up that document. So let me know if you can see that screen. Go ahead and type in the chat for me. Let me know you can see the document that says the ultimate live event success map. Wonderful. And what I want to emphasize here is that this success map applies to a seminar, a workshop, a retreat, anything you want to do live. This success map will help you. And it'll help you maximize your event. So let's walk through this together, because this will be your homework. So here's our topic: the ultimate live event seminar, workshop, retreat success map. This worksheet guides you through the steps to create and market yourself and your products in live events. Okay, so that's what we're focusing on, because one of the goals that I know each one of you has is you want to stop trading hours for dollars and live the life that you really are craving. So this is one of the steps to be able to do that. So in this worksheet, we're going to help you pick your topic, set the date of your event if you don't already have that set, get high quality people at your event, structure the event, create your offer that you'll make at the event, and overcome the fear that you might have around this event. And I want you to get into action. I want you to know that you don't just have to go to other people's events. And it's a good thing to go to other people's events. But I want you to know that you can also host your own event, and it can be profitable. Notice, as a business, you not only want to host events, I want you to have profitable events. Okay? So if you would go ahead and type in the chat, tell me, have you hosted live events in the past, and are you interested in continuing to have live events? So let me know. I want to make sure we're all on the same page here. I believe live events are absolutely powerful. And I believe that learning to host your own live event opens up so many possibilities for what you can do with your business or your organization. Okay. So let me know in the chat. So step 1 in this success map is to pick your topic. Pick your topic and set your live event date for 120 days from now. That's 4 months from now. So if you don't have an event on the calendar, I want you to choose an event date that's about 120 days from now. So here's the psychology, the reason behind 120 days. So that's 4 months. 4 months gives you enough time to plan and market the event. So today, if you're watching this live, it is October. So you've got November, December, January, February. That you're done with the holidays. You know, in February, if you have a live event, you've got plenty of time to make it awesome. If you've got an event before that date, this will also work. I know Rosemary has a conference coming up in just a few weeks. I believe this process, this map is going to help you no matter when your event is. So let's keep going through these steps. Wonderful. So first pick your topic. So let me give you an example. Your topic can flow from your blueprint. Now, in your blueprint, you have multiple steps. So you can choose, do you want to focus on all of those steps and do the whole blueprint? You might. Or you might want to target in and just focus on one step. Either's okay. So let me give you an example. You're going to write down all the potential topics you want to teach because you are going to teach at this live event. You can have other speakers that also teach, but you are the featured guest of this live event. You're the featured host and presenter. So let me say that. You're not the guest. You are the host and the presenter. You want to teach and pick the topic that you are most passionate and skilled in. Okay? So start with what you already know and what you're an expert in. So here's an example. Samantha, her job was eliminated. Okay? And so her dream, she wanted to move up in her company. That wasn't going to happen. So part of her life experience that she wrote about in her story is the pain that she went through from losing a job. And the strength that she had to pull upon to have her own business. And then in that business, she taught people about personal development. So now she runs workshops and retreats. Now, Samantha could be any of you. Most of what all of us are doing has something to do with personal development or business development. So I want you to take a moment as you do your homework, and even now, what potential topic would you focus on during your live event? Again, I want you to look back at your life story or your blueprint. So in the chat, go ahead and tell me, give me one example of a topic that you could focus on for your live event. Tell me what that topic is. So for me, again, superstar speaker training was the focus of my last live event. I have also done an event on business development. So I did an event last year in 2017 on, it was called the Faith and Focus Academy. So we focused on taking our faith and our focus in creating businesses. So Jessica writes, don't settle, you deserve the best. Wonderful. So you've got that topic. Now you're going to think about what will you teach as a part of that topic. So what I hope, Jessica, and this is for everyone, you have a blueprint that outlines the steps that you're going to go through to teach that topic. So when you tell a woman, I don't want you to settle, you deserve the best, here is how you get access to the best. These are the 5 steps, and that's what you will teach as a part of your live event. So Rosemary writes, the topic of her event that's coming up in a few weeks is take off the mask, forgiveness, giving yourself a get out of jail free card. Wonderful. And I know that Rosemary is going to be teaching the steps to do that, because that's what's in her blueprint. And it's also the book that Rosemary is writing that also goes through those same steps. Wonderful. Jessica says, I want to teach women to wait on the real. Wonderful. So that could be one of the steps that you teach in your live event. Wait on the real. And here's what people want to know. How do I wait on the real? And what is the real? So again, you're going to be teaching that. Wonderful. Rosemary says, I got my book cover designed this morning. Yay! That was wonderful. We talked about that in our one-on-one coaching over the last week. Krisha says, creating a self-portrait to uncover our true identity potential. Love it. Great topic, and sounds like you're already thinking about, Krisha, the steps of how to create that self-portrait and uncover the true identity. Jessica writes, many women suffer heartache due to settling and giving themselves to men that are not their husband. Absolutely. So what women now want to know is, how do I stop settling and wait for the real? What are the steps in order to do that? Now, I want to acknowledge that when you are teaching, especially in personal development, some of what you're going to teach are mindset shifts. So remember, mindset leads to an emotion. So one way to get at those mindsets, often they're unconscious, is to identify the emotion. What emotion am I feeling? Okay, so mindset leads to emotion, leads to action, leads to outcome. So we want to be teaching all of that. Okay, and we can also work on this during our one-on-one coaching calls. So great. So all of you all should have a potential topic, whether it's a business topic, how to do fundraising. That's a topic. You could do a live event. I know Marquita is focused on development, fundraising for nonprofits, for example. So you can focus on how to do development or fundraising for your nonprofit. That is a great topic to do for a live event. So whether it's business development or personal and spiritual development, pick your topic and pick your date. So I want to invite you now to choose a date for your event. Choose a topic and choose a date. Jessica writes, how to build relationships and networking. Another wonderful topic that people need to know. You can outline the steps and do it at your event. Great. Sometimes the most challenging thing is just to choose a topic, because there's so many things you could talk about. Choose what you feel most comfortable in right now. Bring your passion and your story forward. Love it. How to start a nonprofit. Great topic. Yes. Okay, so choose a topic and then choose a date, and then let's get to it. So let's go to the next step. Okay, step number 2, once you have a date and a topic, and again, I'm challenging everyone to do a live event in the next 120 days. One of the big questions I get is, how do I fill the room? How do I make sure people are going to come to the event? So here is a system. Make a list of 20 people you love to have in your seminar or your workshop or your retreat, whatever it is. Make a list of 20 people. One of the ways I do that is I go to my social media and look at my friends and the people who are in groups with me. Sometimes when we're in groups together, we're like-minded people. Or I'll go through my phone. So I have my phone right here. I'll open my phone up and go through my contacts and look at who would I love to have at this event. Okay, that's the first step. Now, you're going to separate that list of 20 people into influencers and relationships. Okay, influencers or just a relationship. Influencers are people connected to other people who can bring multiple people into your seminar or your workshop because they naturally influence others. Okay, so influencers, they probably have a network, an organization, a group of people that they relate to. So those are your influencers. Second are your relationships. These are people who are your friends, relatives, acquaintances, and neighbors. Just people you know. So now, of that list of 20, you're going to write them down. And I first want you to write in your worksheet your top 5 to 10 influencers. Okay, they are the most important people to fill your room because they're going to give you access to other people. Now, know that having 4 or 5 strong influencers can fill your whole room. Whether your goal is to have 30 people in a room or 300, the right influencers connect you to everyone else. So here's what you're going to do with those influencers. You're going to email, text, or call them. And you're going to say, and here's an example. Hey, it's Leah. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while, but I have really something exciting I want to share. I'm creating a workshop that's titled, How to Discover Your Purpose. And I'd love for you to be there. I want to gift you a ticket, a $197 ticket to this workshop. And the reason I want to do this is because you're someone I admire, you're amazing, and you are connected to other people that I believe I could serve with this workshop. Can I tell you a little bit about the workshop and the dates? And if the dates work, I would love for you to be there. So I also want to tell you about how you could benefit from the other people that are going to be there. So notice, influencers want to be connected with other influencers. I want you to know that. So the benefit of the influencer being at your event is not just to do you a favor. And some people will. That's fine. But you want to let them know other key folk are going to be at that event that they can then connect with. And what you say is, I will do my best to connect you with people in the room if you can also help me connect to quality people to come to the event. So I'll give you a ticket. I'll also give you 1 ticket to give away free. How does that sound? So what you're doing is creating a partnership intentionally, and you're saying to them, you are an influencer. I'd love for you to be here, and also invite those people you are networked with. I'll give you a free ticket, and I'll also give you a second ticket so that you can give it away for free. So that is the goal. That is the influencer strategy I want you to use. So let's pause for a moment. And I want you to go ahead and type in the chat. Give me the name or give me a yes if you can think of an influencer that you could reach out to for your event. So let's pause there for a moment. Okay. And go ahead and type in the chat. Okay, so I see some folks typing. Okay, so Jennifer says I have at least 10. Jessica says you. I guess, I don't know if that means me or somebody else that is a part of the group here. Yes, Rosemary has a name of a person. Wonderful. So Jessica, yes, I can be an influencer for you, and you are also an influencer. That's what I want you to know as well, because each one of you have a network and you influence other people. Absolutely. And what's different about this strategy than just inviting the influencers to the event? What you are doing is creating benefit for the influencer. So you want to know, what's the influencer want? How could the influencer benefit? So an example, I have a friend who is an influencer, and I talked to her this morning, and I'm planning an event. And what I want her to invite her group and be there. And I have promised to connect her with the other folks that are going to be at the event. So I was just practicing this morning. It works. Okay. And I know she wants to grow her group. And I told her, the people at this event, you're going to get to grow your group because you can invite them to join your group. So, okay. So that's the influencer strategy. I want you to now list your top 10 relationships. These are your friends, acquaintances, relatives, and neighbors. Okay? And you want to invite them. Now, here's another tip. How do you find these high quality influencer people? You find them at other live events. These are folks, they are networked, they are in the community, they are going to other events as well. So that's why it is important for us not to be at every event. So don't hear that. We are already busy, and I am a proponent of being strategic, because otherwise we will burn ourselves out going to event after event. So you want to choose the right events, and you want to go where high quality people are going. Now, often the high quality events are hosted by groups that you know have high quality people. Also, high quality events are often ones that you've got to pay for. Let me say that again. The highest quality events are ones you often pay for, because people that make investments in going to the event are more committed to their development than just the free events. Nothing wrong with the free event, but often you're going to find more high quality people at local, national, and global events that require an investment. So take a moment, and I want you to write down the name of one event, one high quality event wherever you are that you could attend. So go ahead, take a moment and write that. Okay. So I'm sure you're thinking of events that you could go to. Where I am in Kansas City, one of the high quality events some of you all probably have been to is the Women of Color Conference that's hosted by a local university here. Great high quality event. Whenever my schedule allows, that's one of the events that I want to be at. So there are lots of events, but I want you to think about, you're going for the purpose of connecting with other high quality people. Okay, wonderful. So type in the chat when you think of an event. So here's step number 3. When you host your own live event, here are 5 important ingredients. You want to find a free location or one that's inexpensive, because you don't want to eat up all your profit in paying for an expensive space. You want to decide on the length of your event. So is your event a 2-hour introductory event, or is it a 1-day event, or is it a retreat that you're going to have people together over the weekend? So a seminar is usually an hour or 2. Okay, that's just a short seminar. A workshop is often longer. Maybe that's the full day or multiple days. A retreat is when you get away, different type of setting, often more relaxed, goes deeper, more about building relationships. Okay, so no matter what type of event you have, I want to encourage you to use this formula for your content, for whatever you're teaching. You want to break your teaching up into 90-minute segments. 30 minutes of teaching. 30 minutes, your second 30 minutes is for application, which means you want people actually applying what they're learning. And then 30 minutes of Q&A and coaching. So notice people are coming because they want to learn something. Great. They want to hear from you. They want to hear your expertise. But you want to make sure that you also have them apply what they're learning while they are in the room. And then you want to coach them on their application. So, and you want to answer the question. So let me give you an example. At our Superstar Speaker training, this is the method I used. One of the segments was write your story. So I taught, then people actually wrote out pieces of their story, and then they practiced it with a partner, and then we came back together to answer questions and to coach, do some coaching right there live. So that's what I want you to know. You can use this same 90-minute segment strategy for any event. Even if it's a 3-day event, break it up into 90-minute segments. So the question for your homework is, how are you going to structure your event? How long is it going to be? And what are your 90-minute segments going to be? Now, somebody's going to ask, can I do it shorter? Sure, you can. You can have a shorter time period, but you want to break it up into 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So if you say, I'm going to do 1-hour segments, okay, but you want to make sure then you've got 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, because you want to do all 3 of these segments, okay? You want to coach throughout the event, which means you want to help people work their way through any barriers that might come up. So if you're teaching them, let's go back to one of your topics. Let's say you are teaching them how to bring your passion and your story forward and start your own nonprofit. Well, somebody may be completely confused about what type of organization do I need? Do I need an LLC, or do I need some other kind of corporation? Well, you want to stop and you want to talk through that so that they can get over the barriers and keep moving forward, okay? So that's why you want to coach throughout your event. Finally, you want to make an offer to whatever your next opportunity is during the second half of the event. Okay, so let me say that. You want to make an offer during the second half of your event. You may want to mention it in the first half, but in the second half of the event, you want to invite them to something else. Let me pause there. Let's go back to a few weeks ago. We talked about your product funnel. Let's say you have an event that's $99. Your goal is not just to have folks interact with you at the event. You want to invite them to follow up to the next opportunity. Your next opportunity might be a mastermind coaching group like this. Your next opportunity might be one-on-one coaching. Your next opportunity might be another live event. But you want to have something to offer as a next step. Your next opportunity might be a book club. You might want them to buy your book and to host a book club with 10 of their friends. So maybe you want them to make a commitment. Who's going to host a book club? That would be your offer that you make because you want to keep building your relationship. Okay. So that's step 3. Let's keep moving for the sake of time. Step 4 is to create your high-end seminar offer. Okay, so again, this is linked to the offer that you're going to make. So you're thinking about, first off, what do you want as an outcome for this event? What are people going to get out of your event? And these are all examples. When they come to your event, are they going to have more energy? Are they going to have more vitality? So, okay, hold on one second, you all. Okay, so like many of you, I have kids home from school today. Maybe you do as well. So I'm just answering a couple of questions and keeping them settled. So like most of us, we've got a lot going on. So thank you for being patient today. So let me get back to, you want to be clear about the outcome you want at your live event. So let me give an example. If you are in the health space, now, here's what you want to be able to communicate. When people come to your event, you may say, you are going to have more energy by being a part of my event, either the live event, even the follow-up coaching, okay? You want to ask this question. So why is that important? Why is it important to have more energy? Well, when someone has more energy, they have more vitality. Well, why is that important? When they have more vitality, they can think clearer. They can gain a clarity of focus. They can perform better at work and at home and in their business. They can be more productive and make more money, reach more people, have a bigger impact, and ultimately live a more fulfilled life. So what I want you to know is that whatever your topic is on the surface, it is much deeper. And that's why your work with your clients can't just be a one-time event. That one-time event starts you on this path, but ultimately you want them to have a fulfilling life in mind, body, and spirit. So part of your homework is to list the outcomes you'll deliver in your live event. This is very important. So don't just stop on the surface. Think through, what are people going to get as a part of this experience and your follow-up experiences, because that's what people will say yes to. They ultimately don't just want information, they want transformation. Okay? Now, as you think about your money mindset and how you're going to price this event, what investments you're going to invite people to make in this event. What would your program be worth if you were able to deliver the outcomes that you're promising? See, and this is how we go from having a $29 event to being able to have an event for $500 or $600 or $5,000 or $6,000. This is the shift right here. I want you to hear this. When you can deliver deeper, more transformative outcomes, people will be willing to invest in that outcome. So let's go back to this list. You can say, you're going to have more energy. Yay. Maybe I'll pay $29 to get more energy. Maybe I'm going to drink some energy shakes. But if you're going to be teaching me how to be more productive and make more money, to have a bigger impact, to have a more fulfilled life, I'm all in. I'm now ready to invest a lot more in that outcome. Okay. So that's how you start defining the investment you want people to make in the program, whether it's the live event or the coaching. Okay. You want to tell stories. So when you're making this offer at your event, you want to tell stories. You want to tell the story of when you regretted not taking action. You want to tell a story that costs you time and money because you didn't take action. And you want to invite people to take action now. Here's the fifth step. You want to help people overcome fear. If you know you can succeed in your event by having the structure to follow, what's holding you back from launching your next event? That's my question for you. Fear is held in resistance to your destiny. That's what one of my coaches, Ted McGrath, shared with me. And I thought, You are so right. Fear is held in resistance to your destiny. So here's what I want you to know. I know it's uncomfortable to host a live event if you haven't done that. I know it's uncomfortable to make an offer for people to work with you if you haven't already done that. But you've got structure and support for this event. So I don't want anything to hold you back. So when you define whatever your fear is, I want you to also process through your whys for doing your event anyway. This event for you is not just about money. That's what I know about each one of you. This is about the impact that you can have on people's lives and on your life and your family. So whether you are focusing on a personal development topic or a business topic, it's not just about that one topic. It's about the impact that you can have. Okay. So now here's my question. What's your next step, or what's your aha related to live events? So let me stop sharing my screen. I know that's a lot of content, but I want to make sure that you have this tool to be successful in your next live event. So I want you to go ahead and write, what's your aha or your key takeaway from that teaching on live events? So go ahead and type that. And while you're typing, again, your aha regarding live events, I'm going to also pull up our second teaching for today. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Go ahead and keep typing. And the other worksheet for today is titled Preparing for the Stage. So as you're preparing for your live event, I want to remind you, the 15 minutes or even the 30 minutes before you take the stage in your event is important time. You want to meet your audience. You want to be meeting and greeting and building relationships. You want to, when you're introduced, make eye contact with the people in the audience. Connect with them. You want to connect with yourself and remember, as you're about to take that stage, remember your past successes and repeat your mental mantras. Things like, I'm fabulous, I am gifted, I am ready. And when you're on stage, you want to use your first 2 minutes wisely. This is important for your next event. You want to start out powerfully, letting people know your purpose, why you're here. Often you can start with the story. So don't waste your time saying thank you to everyone for having me here and I'm so excited. Jump right into a story and opening that helps people hear your passion and your purpose and that you are worth listening to. Finally, as you prepare to take the stage, don't hang out in the restroom. Don't go in a corner somewhere. Do all of that ahead of time. Pray an hour before. Pray before you leave the house. Make sure your audio visual is ready to go, because that 15 to 30 minutes before your event, you want to already be fully present with your attendees. You want to set your phone aside and you want to be ready. So those are my tips as you prepare to take the stage. So as we look to your ahas, Jessica writes, I need to find time to incorporate my speaking career in my current live events. Yes. And here's what I want to remind you of. Set a goal for the number of speaking events you want to have over the next 6 months. Set a goal for having one live event that you host. I want to challenge you to host your own live event so that you don't have to just rely on someone else's stage. So you can market yourself as a speaker. You have got the tools to do that now. Create your speaker flyer, send out an email, let people, especially influencers, know you are available to speak on these topics. And go ahead and host your own event, because when people see you host your own event, they will know you are a business person, you are a speaker, you are a workshop leader, you are an expert. Rosemary writes, I need to plan my next event for after the conference so I can make my offer at the conference. Yay! Yes. When you have your conference, you want to always have the next event or coaching opportunity or group to invite people to. Jessica also writes, I need coaching on how to strategically do that. Yes. I have 4 major events a year already. When do I find the time? Great question. Time is a matter of priorities, right? So if launching your speaking career is a priority, you will find the time. And I can strategically help you do that. It may require letting go of something else. So, for example, if you've already got 4 major events, then you've got 48 weekends in the year to choose from for your own event or events or speaking opportunities. That's the way I look at it. It's a matter of planning ahead of time, and your schedule then forms around your goal, not the other way around. Okay. So thank you, Jessica. And I want everyone here to know your ability to reach your goals is possible. I'm here as your coach to help you do that. This group is your support team to do that. If you go ahead and put your live event on the calendar now and decide what your follow-up offer is, you will be on your way to building the 6- and 7-figure business that you desire. And once people know that you are available and are an expertise in your area, you will get more opportunities. So let me give you an example. Just this week, I connected with a new consulting client, which is a significant contract because of the work I've been previously doing as a speaker, as a coach, as a writer, as a consultant. And when the opportunity opened up, this person called me and said, hey, would you be interested in, I know you do this type of work. And I said, absolutely. Now that's the kind of opportunity that I've been waiting for, you all. That's a multi-$1,000 a month opportunity. And that has come because I took one step after another, and you can do the same. Okay. So Jennifer says, I need to plan my event in conjunction with my book launch. Yes, that's a perfect timing. So not only do you launch your book, you teach as a part of your book launch. So congratulations. It will help market and promote your book and your expertise in whatever area you want to focus on. So Jennifer, let's focus on that in our next coaching call. So I want to say to each one of you, it is my honor to serve as your coach. My offer for you is to continue coaching with me at least once a month. I'll also be launching new coaching groups, so you will get invitation to those as well in the coming weeks. At a minimum, we should be doing one coaching call a month as a part of your personal development. It's my honor to serve you. I'm looking forward to our next coaching calls, and congratulations on everyone who's launching events and books. It is exciting. Yay. You get the replay from this coaching call and complete your homework. I'm your resource. You are amazing, and I believe in you. Have a wonderful day and weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye, everybody. Have an amazing time. You are welcome. It is my pleasure. And I look forward. Make sure to sign up for your one-on-one coaching calls for October if you haven't done that. And Rosemary, you should have a book in the mail, so make sure to check that. It is on the way and should be arriving anytime now. So take care. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.